Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to another Warcraft replay here. This is going to be NostalgiaCraft, the return. It's been a while since I've actually casted something for this, but yeah, it's really hard to decide which ones to actually pick for this kind of series because old replays are kind of limited and my reach only goes far back as 2011. So yeah, this is going to be from the CPL, the Cyber Athletes Professional League. That was played in 2011. This is an invitational tournament, and yeah, we're just gonna go straight into the very last game. So this one decides on who actually won it, and it is going to be between, yet again, TH spawning in as the purple undead, and Infi, the teal human player in the top left. So yes, these two players yet again on NetEase, not on the NetEase, on NostalgiaCraft. These guys played a lot, especially during finals, because these guys were pretty top dog back then. None of this, like the other races, didn't really have too many dominant players around this time. Yeah, it's kind of a struggle. At least it was when the three humans kind of dominated the entire scene, which was TH, Infi, and Yumiko. Yumiko, probably not as much seen, I guess, nowadays, to be honest. But yeah, either way, I did have a little preview on this game because unlike the replays website that we normally use, it doesn't actually have a preview of the heroes or the units. So we can see here TH going for an extremely late Altar of Darkness, which still hasn't been placed down. We are going to see a Necropolis pop up, as I believe TH is just struggling to get his lumber going because he actually didn't even go for a crypt just yet. There it is. It is halfway done. Graveyard first. So a whole lot of weird stuff right now. I believe this Acolyte is going to finally place down the Altar of Darkness. There we go. And I mean, the only reason you put down the altar this late is for a possible tavern hero here. The map is on Gnoll Woods, which I guess around the time was part of the map pool. It's no longer. But yeah, the taverns do exist, they're just not at the center of the map. Infi, on the other hand, went pretty standard, Archmage first, and I believe he just militia creeped. I don't think he cleared out the gold mine, so not really expand for himself, but he is going to go start harassing, as I believe his peasant did spot out this weird start from TH, and it is really weird. The graveyard has been completed, and we should be seeing the first Crypt Fiends pop out as soon as the, I guess, third ghoul is done. But here comes the Archmage of Infi, and he realizes TH doesn't actually have much. Halls of Dead is going to be completed, so it will provide some defense, but the Acolytes are pretty exposed. Only 2 or 3 ghouls out on the field to actually protect these guys. And yeah, let's see how well these ghouls can do versus an entire hero unit, and of course just 3 footmen as well. Hall of the Dead is going to try its best. Gonna start seeing the first Crypt Fiend. Altar is not actually making anything because it is going to be a tavern hero eventually, but TH is going to lose a couple of units, especially those Acolytes here. I'm pretty sure Infi doesn't really mind those ghouls, but he is going to lose a couple of footmen in exchange. I guess the good thing about getting a second Necropolis is you can build a second Acolyte at a time. Acolytes are, I guess they're just running around. I thought they were joining in the fight, but guess not. Level 2 is going to be gained for the Archmage, and here comes the Dark Ranger for TH. So Dark Ranger first, starting with the Black Arrows, could possibly get herself a free Archmage, but it seems like he is a little too quick on that horse. And yeah, I guess TH is going to suffer a little bit in terms of gold because he had to not only stop mining, not only losing a couple of Acolytes, he has to spend more gold to replace those Acolytes, so let's see if he can come back here. Double Crypt does tend to lead into mass gargoyles, which could be very good against Infi since humans don't really have that great of anti-air unless they finally build their blacksmith and then, I don't know, rifleman. Or they build the workshops, but yeah, that is going to take some time. Although TH not really building too much here. I think he's the supply blocked. Let's see. Yeah, he is supply blocked. Okay, so that is kind of the downside of Actually, no, I can just click on the buildings and see. Okay, never mind. I completely forgot about that. Because I was too used to the NetEase little tracker thing on the top left, but Infi just clearing out the Red Drake camp here, taking advantage of the Fountain of Health. Pretty much most people do this anyway, especially on Secret Valley, which is the map that has commonly the Fountain of Health there. Dark Ranger, on the other hand, is just going to be power creeping because, I mean, there's no other way to come back from such a devastating early harassment from Infi. So Dark Ranger, going to try and get as many levels as possible. That is pretty much where her strong points lie. Her farming capabilities is pretty good, especially with the skeletons that she produces. Red Drake is still on its way to being killed, and here comes the Dark Ranger here. Dark Ranger just gonna go straight after the Archmage, not even worrying about... Oh, she is actually timing that Black Arrow to maybe get the kill, and she does indeed get the experience, but the item is gonna be given over to Infi, so the Flute of Accuracy gets picked up there for the Archmage, but the good chunk of experience was gained for the Dark Ranger, and now we're pretty much tied up in experience, so... Yeah, I'm not sure if TH has finally come back a little bit, but yeah, Infi is going to try and rectify that with an early expand on the bottom left here, as he is carrying out this expansion with his peasants. And the Mountain King comes out as the second hero, so he is going to pop down some ivories, and those peasants are going to go straight into work. That is a... Oh, it's only 6 peasants. I thought that was a boatload more, but... Yeah, not too much going on. Keep Tech is completed, but we don't see any tier 2 buildings just yet. Had to go for the expansion because you kind of lose out later on if you don't go for expand as a human player. Long distance Stormbolt on the Dark Ranger. The footman trying to go for a surround here and might be able to. Oh, nope. Dark Ranger a little too thin, and she will be able to get away with the silence. First bit of gargoyles pop out here, and they're going to go straight after those peasants probably. Stormbolt onto the Crypt Fiend, and that will be a cleanup at least. But yeah, gargoyles popping out here. I mean, Infi doesn't actually have any towers, surprisingly not enough. Infi loves his towers, but for now, no towers whatsoever. Is going to be forced to use the TP staff on his Archmage, and possibly pop down an elemental there. Gargoyles haven't picked up a kill just yet, but there's so many low health. It's gonna give the free kills over to the Dark Ranger to start spawning in her skeletons, so whether or not it was planned or not, it does work out well for TH, and there we go. Level 2 skeletons are gonna try and wreak havoc against these peasants here, and will the Archmage? I don't know how well he can defend by himself. He is taking a little bit of damage himself as well. Mountain King, I don't know what he was doing during all this time, but yeah, his base is getting shattered right now. And you can see here all these peasants turned into skeletons. That is such a big turnaround for TH. Infi could lose his Archmage here. Plenty of gargoyles in the air, but a TP scroll is going to be used. And I think he's just going to go back to the expand. No, he's going to go back just a couple of meters away. But yeah, these gargoyles are doing a lot of work, especially with no towers, no sort of anti-air available. Dark Ranger, I believe, is just healing up. There we go, she picked up a health pot and is getting long distance experience. I'm not sure if it's going to get 4, but another camp will be able to fix that very soon.
The town is under siege.
And I believe TH is just going to go into standard transition into Fiends / Destroyers here, although he is waiting on something. I think he's waiting on tier 3 maybe. But yep, gargoyles. Where's the mess? I have no idea where the rest of the gargoyles are. Expansion is... Oh no, they're still at the main base. Okay, that's funny enough, they are still at the main base. Footman, pretty much a bait to attack them, because oh yikes, that defend can definitely proc itself. Peasant. The one lone peasant there is going to get killed off. I mean, TH just... Is he going to stick around? He is going to try and kill a footman, I guess, but I guess
The town is under siege.
he doesn't really mind too much. Here comes another attack. Infi, it looked like he kind of abandoned his main base because there's honestly no real way to deal with so many air units right now. TH going after the keep, which might take some time. It is a pretty tanky building. Masonry upgrades +1 as well, so it will take some time. Here, Infi, oh, he has to deal with those skeletons, and the footman will finally die. No risk of any reflect damage here. Rifleman is, or at least one rifleman has popped up, but I mean, he can't shoot down all those gargoyles by himself. Archmage, super low health there. I think he was chased down by the Dark Ranger, who black arrows do tend to stack up on damage, so need to be extra careful about that. But yeah, Black Citadel is on the way for TH, and a second hero, it is going to be a Death Knight here, so most likely for his death coils, since he can hit the Dark Ranger itself. And yeah, Infi probably shouldn't engage with his footman there, but I guess it is a little too late on that one. Level 4.5 for the Dark Ranger, so she's really close to getting those, what was it, 400 hit point skeletons? I don't actually remember how much tankiness the Greater Dark Minions have, but Elemental is going to get the statue for free, and it seems like it will be able to. Nicely done there from Infi. But he is now on the back foot still. I mean, his main base is still getting harassed by those gargoyles, so very troublesome for himself. The gargoyle does fall, and they're very low health. Ivory towers have been taken down, but along with the Stormbolt there will be unable to save that one ghoul. I think TH death coiled another ghoul instead. Not ghoul, gargoyle. But yep, here we go. Death Knight very close to level 2 himself. So I mean, so many free kills thanks to these gargoyles here. Will we get that level 2? A death coil might be used offensively. No, never mind. It seems like that footman will live to see another day, but this rifleman has no real way of actually reflecting these damage, and there we go. Level 2 for the Death Knight, and that is going to be Unholy Aura for himself. Will be able to affect all those undead units. Archmage is level 4 himself, but I mean, the Elementals are... I mean, this one's badly placed, but Elementals just not really be able to kill all those ghouls at once. I keep saying ghouls, they're gargoyles. God damn. But yeah, they just keep on coming. And I'm surprised TH hasn't start making more statues, to be honest. Gargoyles, I mean, if Infi's taking this much trouble dealing with these gargoyles here, destroyers would be even worse. Second Crypt is going to be unsummoned. Lich is on the way, and yep, Destroy Form is on the way as well, so those gargoyles will be eventually replaced by destroyers, and they will be even harder to deal with because this Mountain King can't actually Stormbolt them. And the Elementals would just provide free mana for those destroyers. Mountain King needs to be extremely careful. He could get quickly bursted down by the Black Arrows and a potential Death Coil, but it seems like TH is not going to pursue. Instead, he is just going to be taking down the remaining Riflemen, and he will be able to do so. Dark Ranger, 1 or 2 kills away from level 5, and that would be pretty difficult to deal with. And of course, Infi needs to be careful not to give level 6 over to the Dark Ranger, because every couple of minutes that is just a free unit instantly converted to the undead side. Right, still no tier 2 units, which is a bit troublesome for Infi, but I mean, he has to deal with those air units somehow, so he has to produce more Riflemen. Yeah. Very oppressive here from TH as he continues his attack. Oh, Stormbolt onto a Gargoyle yet again, but the Mountain King has to wait a little bit. Oh, kind of late on that Death Coil, so a bit of a sloppy play here from TH, but he is going to possibly burst down the Archmage. Ooh, very close there. But the Lich, on the other hand, is being jumped by the Mountain King, is going to eat Frost Nova in return, but Invuln is going to get popped. But yet again, Death Coil foils the Mountain King's plans, and he is forced to retreat. Is going to pop a TP Scroll, and is going to go back to the expansion. He takes a couple of peasants along with him, so I guess they are safe for now. And the poor swords that actually got left behind, I guess they're just gonna have to be converted into skeletons here. Archmage, Yikes, I mean the Archmage can't really do too much because destroyers will eventually be in game, and there we go, first destroyer in the air, and that is going to be level 5 for the Dark Ranger, and she should be, I mean with so many peasants still left around, that is going to be a lot of skeletons being converted. I mean 2 guard towers might be a little bit problematic for TH to deal with, but there we go, skeletons, yep, 400 health, just like I imagined. Stormbolt onto the Death Knight there, but oh, actually no, the Death Knight might actually get killed because no real way of healing and no TP scroll on him, so I guess he's just gonna do as much DPS before he gets killed off there. Death Coil onto the Mountain King. Lich doesn't have enough mana for a Nova, but he will just finish him off thanks to the Orb. 2 destroyers in the air, not enough to actually consume all those elementals. I think you need 3 consumes to wipe those guys out, but Orb of Annihilation will be able to do a lot of DPS, and there we go, level 2 for the Lich. Very nice combo between the Lich and the Dark Ranger, pretty much free skeletons to ritual themselves, which means more spells for the Lich to just spam, so Sack Skull is going to be used to put some blight onto the ground for some undead regen here. And yikes, that huge wave of destroyer damage is just crazy. More elementals. I don't know why Infi keeps popping those guys down. Oh, actually it only takes, I think it takes 5 Devourers to take down level 3 elementals there, so that is a lot of destroyers needed to completely wipe out elementals. And another skeleton joins the fray for TH.
Players' forces are under attack.
Yeah, I mean, the beginning of the game looked pretty bad, but once he was able to just spam those skeletons on the main base, I mean, if he just could not recover, and yeah, I mean, Gargoyle's just completely screwed over Infi right now. Very, very big lack of towers, which is uncharacteristic of Infi. He normally likes to spam towers a lot, just like he is doing now, but yeah, I guess he got a little overconfidence, did so much damage in the early game, didn't really think the counterattack would be that devastating or that cunning from TH to go double crypt into Gargoyles, but yeah, that is going to be hopefully a pretty solid performance from TH. Yet again, another elemental falls, just giving more experience, more mana over to those destroyers there. And the Dark Ranger, oh, she's nearing that level 6. No real big targets to actually hit for the Dark Ranger, but being able to snipe one of those, maybe even level 3 elementals, maybe even a rifleman for herself, could just be enough of a momentum swing. But yeah, I mean, where is the Death Knight? He should be back by now. There he is, okay. I was gonna say, there was a member missing in this cast. Oh, Lich so close to getting killed, and yes, he does indeed get killed off there. Nice little Stormbolt into a Fireball there from Infi. And yeah, TH should have brought his Death Knight earlier, but I think he might be able to get some revenge kills here. Possible Death Coil to finish the job. There we go, TP Staff. So the Mountain King will be able to retreat. He will indeed on time. And yeah, a little sloppy from TH, losing heroes bit by bit there, but yeah, I mean, he's just so ahead, he can just press on even more. Castle Tech from Infi, not really sure what he's trying to aim for here. Flying Machines could be nice, but it's gonna take a while to mass up a good number. And to be honest, I mean, mass flying machines don't really help too much because there's only 1 destroyer left in the air. At most, TH would get a second one again, but his ground force is still pretty difficult to deal with. Dark Ranger instantly sees a red health unit and goes and tries to spawn another skeleton, but yikes, 6 guard towers, that is going to be rather difficult to deal with, but thankfully TH did preemptively build a meat wagon, so that will eventually be a matter of time. And the Ziggurat is going to be placed down for TH, so just making it a lot easier to continue the siege. Oh, possession from the Dark Ranger as she does hit level 6, so that is just... supposedly a free footman, but he just completely suicides there, so at least he did eat a bit of damage, and of course that is pretty much a dead footman for Infi. Mountain King returns and Stormbolts the Acolyte. I was expecting a Tomb of Relics being placed down, but I guess one Spirit Tower. Oh, never mind, it's just a Nubian Tower there, so just one tower for TH might just be enough. Level 3 of the Death Knight, so that is going to be level 2 Death Coil. The Meat Wagon's going straight after for Infi. Is going to be able to snipe one, but the first one is still alive and kicking. Not many peasants left to repair, and this castle is probably just going to get taken down. Their Dark Ranger able to snipe very, very easily with her +2, +12 claws. And that will be that. No more peasants to repair, and that means no more reason to actually stick around. Going straight after the expansion for TH. Not as many towers to defend, and not really well placed, but
a player's forces are under attack.
yeah, I don't think that is going to be enough for Infi. He is so down in supply. 26 versus his opponent's 54. And honestly, TH doesn't even matter about his macro anymore. Look at him, he's so much on gold and resources. He is just going to be focusing on cleaning up the match. Another TP stat from the Mountain King here. First flying machine out and trying to go after the destroyer, I guess, but he gets quickly bursted down, and yeah, it's just a huge struggle for Infi to match up this against. Yeah, it looks pretty over. I mean, his heroes, despite being the only units available to defend, they're not even trying to defend here, and I was hoping to see a position onto the Elemental, but the Pally gets taken down immediately, and it looks like to be over for Infi, as TH will be able to get the victory on the CPL finals, and GG from Infi. That is gonna be game. So it's actually been a while since I've seen a GG from an actual player, but yeah. Very interesting to see. I guess at the time it was pretty unconventional as well. Undead going Dark Ranger first. Not many times I remember seeing that, but I could just be mistaken. We definitely don't see that nowadays, especially with the 1.29 change. But yep, hope you guys enjoyed this, and yeah, I'll probably just go back to ladder very soon.